Now, why in the world is it doing that? Guys, I'm just trying to figure out why my screen is flipped here. Give me just a second. I'm not sure what I clicked, but I definitely clicked something. And when I figure out what it is interesting. So I look backwards to you guys. I'm betting it does. Let's just see. So hello, everyone. Just bear with me for just a minute. I was so worried. Yep, it is flipped. Very strange. Very strange. Let's see if we can do something about that. I don't really know what that's all about. Better? Not better. Interesting. Sorry, you guys. I did a quick test run on my personal page so we would avoid this, and clearly I was mistaken. What does that look like to you guys? Still backwards? Looking pretty backwards. Well, this is different. Sit tight. Let me see if I can figure out what is going on here. That's why, right there. Haha. There we go. All right. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Hello from my hotel room in Oklahoma City, guys. This is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA. And we are getting ready for the LM production sale, the Larry Meadows Colt sale in Mize, Mississippi. That is this Saturday, the 17th. I wasn't sure if I would have enough upload speed to go live here at the hotel, but it does appear that I do. And so we'll try to do that. The whole reason for me jumping on here is we've had tons and tons of new folks on the page messaging and texting and asking good questions. And so I wanted to kind of pop on here and kind of broadly answer a lot of those questions and get into the online bidding and navigating the online catalog and all of that stuff. And again, if you have been on this feed from the very beginning when we were watching this backwards, I'm so sorry. I really, I have no idea how I clicked mirror the camera, but I believe we have resolved the issue. If you've got any questions while I'm going through this, please feel free to pop into the comments and let me know. And I will keep popping back over to check those comments from time to time, which I'm actually going to do right now. Did it come back up, Avery? I think, Avery, it should be straight now, I think. It looks like it should be anyway. So hopefully we have rectified that whole issue. I'm just trying to pull it up on my, there we go. Maybe. Yep, there we go. Okay, so again, the LM production sale this Saturday, that is August the 17th in Mize, Mississippi. If you do not currently follow Meadows Livestock and Mize Horse Sale on Facebook, I'm just going to pop over to both of those pages real quick so you can see them in case you happen to be watching this on YouTube or on my Facebook or on Horse Auctions USA. I just kind of want to give you a peek. There is Meadows Livestock Sales. That is the original Meadows Livestock page. So this page and the Mize horse sale page, which is this one, are going to have a lot of the same content. The only thing that's going to differ, and the reason I want to turn your attention to this for this sale in particular, is on the Meadows Livestock page. Amy, Larry and Diane Meadows' niece, has been great about going live from the pastures in the mornings when they're out feeding. You'll have to scroll down because I've posted a lot of horses for Saturday's sale since then. But if you scroll down, you can see some live video of feeding time, and it really is quite a sight to see all those mares and colts coming up at feed time. So definitely, if you're not watching on Meadows Livestock Sales, sometime this evening or tomorrow at your leisure, pop on over there and scroll down that Facebook page and check out some of the live videos that Amy did from the pasture. It gives you a very candid, in real time look at all of the mares and colts. So let's talk about this sale. There is an online catalog, and you can access that online catalog at Horse Auctions USA. There's two different ways to access it. The first and the easiest is in your browser if you're watching on a computer. So you would open any browser. I like Google Chrome as it tends to be the most up to date, but you can use any browser your little heart desires. It'll work on all of them. And in the address bar, you're going to type bid, like you're placing a bid, BID period, horseauctionsusa.com. Enter. And that is going to bring you to our main landing page, which, as the name implies, Horse Auctions USA, we're all over the place. But the one we're talking about is the Larry Meadows production sale. So that's going to be the very first sale, and you're going to click on View Auction. If you're on your phone, your tablet, your iPad, any mobile device, I would recommend that you folks go to our app. There is a Horse Auctions USA app. It is super easy to use, super easy to navigate. You don't have to be any kind of a tech guru to operate it. You can go to the Google Play or the App Store, and in the search bar, type Horse Auctions. There's an S at the end of Auctions, USA. It'll pop right up. Or you can, on the device that you want to put it on, you can navigate to the main Horse Auctions USA.com website right there, and you'll see in the upper right hand corner where it says our app. If you click on that, it's going to give you a direct download link. You just have to pick your device. Apple products obviously here, everybody else here. So two different ways to navigate. So let's get into this catalog and take a look. The very first lot 0, is just what the name implies. It is sale information. So here's all the good stuff, right? Here's all the basics about the sale, the what, the when, the where, the how, all that good stuff, right? And you can get yourself a printable catalog for just the colts. There are 51 head of colts in the catalog. They have their own separate catalog from the rest of the riding horses. And we'll start with the colts. So this link right here is going to take you to the printable colt catalog. Now, there will be printed copies at the sale on sale day. But if you want to, sometimes people like to print them at home, make notes in the margins or whatever, that link is there. It's available for you to do that. So if you're brand new to online bidding, or you're brand new to Mize horse sale, the production sale, I would encourage you to scope out this lot 0. It's got a lot of useful information. The bulk of it geared towards online bidding, but also just about the sale in general. The other thing that this lot does, and we'll get into this in a little bit here, is it serves as a practice bidding lot. So for my brand new online bidders, that is what that lot is there for. I'm going to show you guys how to place some bids when we get to the end of this video, and you can go ahead and actually play around with that and kind of get comfortable with the system ahead of time. So that's lot 0, and then I'm just click the back button here. And so then you can kind of scroll down, and what you've got here is basically an index, right, of all of the catalog horses. Now, this sale, because it is the annual production sale, is a little bit different in that we have reference sire lots, right? The very first few things you're going to see are some of the LM stallions, right? I do have pictures and video of most of them, but there are a couple of these guys I didn't have pictures of. So that there's a couple stallions that are missing from the reference sire, photo lots. But here, like, if you've never had a look at these guys, you can click on it. This is Doc's Blue Quixote. He is largely responsible for the roan babies you'll see. And if you click through the thumbnails, there's a little video of him kind of tooling around in the pasture with his mares and so on. So this will just kind of give you a look at the stallions. Little Bay Pistol, this is, sadly, Pistol was lost this year. So if you never got a chance to see Pistol in person, really was quite a special horse. So you can kind of take a look at him there. He is not a spring chicken in that video either. This was taken just last year, and you can see he's just a really impressive guy, and his foals are just fabulous. People who have them love them. So again, those are the reference sire lots. Once you get through those, that's when we're going to get into baby time. And like I said, there's 51 head, there's quarters, there's Appaloosas, and there is a paint. So you click on the colts lot, and you can just kind of whip through the photos, right? It's going to give you several photos of each of the foals. There'll be some candid shots, and it's going to give you their full pedigree. There'll be a little blurb about the sire and dam, and you can just kind of go through the next. This one's been a crowd favorite for sure. Real fancy stud colts. I'm just going to click through these guys real quick as I'm talking to you. Got all the colors. We've got the roans, red roans, bay roans. The Appaloosas are super loud. This is a really neat colt. I want to draw your attention to his face. He was born on the eclipse and is marked, as you can see. So really neat colt and a poppin' good colt. Even without the really cool face marking and the really neat fact that he was born on the eclipse, that's a poppin' good colt. It wouldn't matter if he didn't have a speck of white on him or a marking to be had. He is a big growthy colt. Lots of size to him, lots of looks. This filly, she's outstanding. Personality plus, plus, plus. She is a million times better than her pictures, and I will tell you why. This filly is in your business. In your business, babies are very hard to get pictures of because I got lots of pictures of her nose. She'll come right up and see what you're doing. Like I said, I'm just whipping through so you can kind of get a look at all the colts if you haven't had a chance. They are spectacular. So again, 51 head of those. We will start with them, and then we will move into our regular catalog. Right around 100 consigned after the colts for the catalog. And then we will have an awful lot of horses that weren't consigned ahead after those. So a big run on Saturday, settle in. It's going to be a big day. And there's a lot of great horses. Once we get into the regular horses, by regular, I mean not the LM colts, you're going to see several of youngsters. We don't sell other weanlings at the production sale, but we do sell yearlings and twos, and we've got some really cool ones. This filly, she'll be a yearling, and she's an own daughter of Al Capone, and she is not only eligible for the Ruby Buckle, the Pink Buckle, and the Breeders' Challenge, she is paid up. Own daughter. So that yearling filly will be in right after the colts. Really cool 2-year-old few spot POA. So she'll be a homozygous color producer. This is a Frisian Sport filly. This is yearling, another running bred filly. Some really, really cool youngsters. Again, running bred. This will be a 2-year-old gelding. So there's a lot of young stock. This was an LM baby last year. She has a full sister selling. Her full sister is hip number 25 this year. This is a huge filly. She was a huge weanling. She's a huge yearling. She is absolutely huge, and she is a knockout. Some babies off the Broken Bones Cattle Company. And so I tried to put all of the yearlings, twos, and some of the threes up right after the LM colt. And then we're going to get into riders, and we've got lots of them, okay? Rope horses, ranch horses, trail horses, gated horses, show horses, big selection. So you can kind of scroll through, scope them out. If a horse has a video, it's going to tell you they've got a video. It'll say it right in the notes. And the video will always be the second thumbnail. Okay. So you can either get to it by clicking here, or you can just click on the second thumbnail down here. So that'll tell you if they've got a video, and it will play right there for you. For those of you who are planning on attending in person, we will play the videos in the ring as well. So the times, 10 o'clock start time on tack. We will sell new and used tack. And there's only in-person bidding on tack. 1 o'clock, we will start on the LM colts. Now the colts, Donald is our right-hand man out back, the chief liner-upper of the Colts, which is a very, very difficult job. And somehow Donald always manages to keep the Colts relatively close in order. So ideally, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Baby Colts are baby Colts, and they may not always cooperate. So we may sell number 8 right before we sell number 7. We might go 1 or 2 out of order. But again, Donald does a fantastic job of lining those Colts up and having them come in order, so you can look for those Colts to be largely in order. And again, once we're done the Colts, we'll move on to the regular catalog horses. I'm going to get into registering to bid online and all that good stuff. I just want to pop over and make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, thank you, Avery. I'm glad we're not backwards anymore. That was traumatic for everybody. Okay, so let's just say you sadly can't join us in person. We would love to have you in person. This is always a really big event and well attended. You don't have to miss out. We will be absolutely live on the World Wide Web. Wherever you're watching from right now, you will also be able to watch on Saturday. But if you want to bid online, there's only one place to do that, and that is on Horse Auctions USA. So while you'll be able to watch wherever you are right now on Facebook or YouTube, all you can do on those platforms is watch. Okay, in order to bid, you have to be on Horse Auctions USA, either on the app or the website we're on now, and you have to be registered to bid. So you will notice under each and every lot, there is a prompt that says register to bid. So that's what you're going to click. Doesn't matter what lot you register to bid under, as long as you're in the LM production sale, Mize horse sale, right? So as long as you're here, this is what you're seeing. You can click on any one of these. You're going to click register to bid, and it's going to bring up this little pop-up box. Now, if you are brand spanking new to Horse Auctions USA, you've never had an account with Horse Auctions USA before, don't put your email and your password in here, okay? That's for our returning users. If you're brand spanking new, you go all the way here to no account, sign up here. You'll click on that, and you'll put in your name, your email, a password that you can hopefully remember, and continue. For those of you who have been with Horse Auctions USA before, it doesn't matter if it was at Mize Horse Sale or at a sale halfway across the country. If you've ever had an account with Horse Auctions USA before, you guys are going to put your email and your password in here. If you forget your password, and Lord knows it happens to all of us, don't worry. We got the handy dandy forgot your password link here. Having said that, 99 times out of 100, that will work just fine. 1 time out of 100, the little prompt to reset your password just goes off into cyberspace, never to be seen again. So if you forgot your password and you use that little link and you wait 10 minutes and no little link comes to your inbox, please don't panic. I will fix it for you. My name is Bridget. My phone number is plastered all over the place on this sale. You can always go to the sale information lot. You can go to the sale flyer. And I'll give it to you right here. It's 336-904-8903. If you will just text me your email and that you've forgotten your password, I'll reset it for you. So all that is to say, don't panic. I forget my passwords all the time. It happens to all of us. If it happens to you, no big deal. So once you've put your name, right, your email, you've made your account, or your return users, you've logged in, you're going to need to enter a credit or a debit card to register to bid. Now, I absolutely hate that we have to do that, but you guys, if you're online at all, scammers are rampant, and we're not exempt from them either. So this is a necessary step. Got to make sure you're a real person, that you're over the age of 18, and you have a valid payment method. So you will have to put a credit or a debit card in. When you do that, Horse Auctions USA is going to place a $500 pre-authorization on your card. This is not a charge. It's a pre-authorization, like when you rent a car. Your mobile banking app will most likely send you a notice that looks like a charge. Please don't let that send you into a tailspin. If you actually get into your banking and look at it, you'll see it shows up as pending. It's going to fall off like it was never there at the conclusion of the auction. That happens automatically on my end. When it reflects on your end is really dependent on your bank. For some banks, it just vanishes like it was never there. For some banks, it won't be until Monday, possibly Tuesday. Again, I have no control over your bank's timeline on that. Just know that hold is released immediately on my end. Again, hate that we have to do it, but it's just the times we live in. So you will need to put your card in, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to get into my bidder account, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so I am logged in and I am registered to bid. I know this 2 ways. Number one, there's my name right there. Okay, so you'll see your name up in the corner. And number two, all my little register to bid prompts, now they're telling me I can place a bid. Okay, the reason they're telling me I can place a bid is you can both bid live on sale day and you can place absentee bidding. We're going to go over how both of those work. So I'm going to start with the live bidding, and then we'll go into the absentee bidding. So if you want to watch and bid live on Saturday, again, make sure you're registered, make sure you're logged in, and this is what you see when you're ready to go. You can register and bid in the middle of the auction. If we've sold 20 head, and you're like, oh my goodness, I forgot to register, you can go ahead and register. It'll only take you, 2-3 minminutes, depends on how fast you hunt and peck or how fast you type. And you can get bidding just as soon as you're registered. However, because time is of the essence during an auction, I would encourage you to register before we start. So on Saturday, when we are live, again, about 1 o'clock, and we're on Central Time there in Mize, you're going to get logged in, click on the active lot. We're going to pretend it's this one. You can see this little view live icon. When we're live on Saturday, and right now it's not going to do anything, but when we are, you'll click that. And when you do, this big square here is going to turn into this video. You'll have real-time audio and video just like you hear me now. Key difference between this and the Facebook or YouTube feed that you're watching. There is absolutely no lag or delay on the Horse Auctions USA feed, right? It's real time because we have bidding. What you're watching right now on Facebook or YouTube has a solid 15 to 20 second lag time. That's because those platforms buffer their feed. You don't need to really know anything about buffering. All you need to know is be aware that there is a lag on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so I have some people who like to pull it up on the bidding platform and on Facebook or YouTube, which is fine. Just kill your volume on your Facebook or your YouTube feed because that's going to be behind the real-time auction feed. Okay, so just be aware of that. No lag over here. So you're watching, you're good to go. You're going to hear me. Like I said, I'll read the pedigrees, tell you what you need to know about the horse in the ring, and then the auctioneer is going to start. I know some of you have a hard time keeping up with an auctioneer or following the auctioneer's chant. Like me, I have a hard time understanding where he is. You're not alone. It's very, very common. It's something I hear every sale everywhere in America, and that's okay. You don't need to worry so much about what the auctioneer is saying. I'm going to tell you the need to know stuff, right? And you'll hear me just like you hear me now. What you need to worry about coming out of the auctioneer's mouth is the dollar amount he's asking for. And that is my job. I will keep up with that. So that number he's asking for is going to be reflected on your bid button. So let's just pretend for a moment that we are in fact live and the auctioneer is asking for 1,000 and you're like, yep, I'm good there. So I'm going to click to bid. And you see how I've clicked once and it says confirm bid. I have not yet placed my bid. Now this is very important for those of you who plan on participating live. Until you confirm this bid, you have not placed a bid. Okay, so confirm it and bam. Now there is absolutely no question that I'm the high bidder, right? It's green. I got little stars here telling me, hey, you're the high bidder, right? And it specifically says high bidder. Okay, so for those of you who are bidding live, that's what's going to happen. If another bidder comes and knocks you out of the game, it's going to tell you you've been outbid and ask you if you want to bid again and give you the new amount. I'm going to tell you too, Susan, you're out. John, you're in. You know what I mean? And back and forth. So I'll call your name and let you know when you're out and all that good stuff. But again, this is going to tell you here and it'll tell you faster than I'm going to tell you. Okay. So that's for my live bidders. Now, for my absentee bidders, why is this available? Well, maybe you can't watch live on Saturday. I've spent an awful lot of time in my life in and around Mize, Mississippi, and I know there are parts of Mize, Mississippi where there is not very good cell service or internet service, and that is something that's actually a part of rural living all over the U.S. So no matter where you are, if you're going to be in spotty internet or cell service and you're planning on doing online bidding, think about using the absentee bidding, because if you've got a lag on your end, there's nothing I can do, right? And it's an auction, it's fast paced. So, if you're in poor service and you're placing a bid and it's lagging getting in, there's a very real possibility you might miss out on the horse. So that's something to think about. Some people are going to use absentee bidding simply because they can't watch live. Maybe you got to work, and your boss isn't a big fan of you shopping horses on company time. That's a fair argument. So whatever the case may be, that is available to you. You can use it now. How does this work? It works like eBay. Okay, so the computer does all the heavy lifting for you. So you see how next to the bids buttons, it has a little drop down arrow. I'm going to go up here on my practice bid and I'm going to click on that drop down arrow. That's going to bring up this create a max bid. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to let me put the absolute most that I want to spend. Now, this is an adjustable amount, okay? Up until the start time, you can play with this amount. You want to put in, think about this, okay, like that's the most I want to spend. I've had people be afraid to use this because they think the computer's just going to, bam, whack them in there for their high bid. I'm going to put a pretty low max bid in here because I want you guys to get in here and play with it and take me out. So I'm going to say, nope, 2,500 is what I want to do. Okay, that's what I want to bid. And I'm going to place that bid. So what I want to show you is this. You can see the computer has in fact registered my maximum of $2,500, but you can also see that I'm still the high bidder at only 1,000, right? The computer didn't just whap me in there for 2,500. Once you put your max bid in there, you're telling the computer, all right, computer, you are my proxy. You are now bidding on my behalf. And that's exactly what the computer is going to do. So the goal there is for the computer to keep you in the lead as the winning bidder for the lowest possible amount. I was already the high bidder at 1,000. So the computer doesn't have to do a blessed thing here. It's just like, okay, yep, duly noted, 2,500. I'm going to sit here at $1,000 until one of you comes along and knocks me out. So if one of you comes and bids $1,250, the computer is going to be like, okay, and it's going to put me back in, not at 2,500. It's going to put me in at 1,500. And I'm going to sit there again. And so on, right up until we get to 2,500. And then if one of you comes along and you knock me out at 2,750, the computer's going to send me a notice that says, hey, you've been outbid. What do you want to do here? Okay. So that's how that works. That's how it works ahead of time. If you guys are, placing absentee bids ahead of time, and that's how it works when we go live. Okay. When we go live, if the floor takes you out, the computer's going to put you back in up to your max. Some people who do use this because of poor internet or cell service have found it helpful to place their max bids, even though they intend to watch live. That way the computer, can bid on their behalf, you know what I mean, without them relying on their service. You can always jump in and go to bidding live if it gets to your max and you're like, I'm okay going a little bit higher. You can always jump in and do that, or you can jump in and raise your max real quick. You've got options available to you. So having said all of that, I will try to get off here. I can be a little long-winded, but like I said, we got lots of new people, lots of good questions, and I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So again, this Saturday, the 17th of August, Mize, Mississippi, south of Jackson. It is South Mississippi. It is going to be hot, but it's always hot in the summer in Mississippi. We're used to it. Really, really, really outstanding set of colts. These colts are the result of decades and decades of breeding. Larry and Diane Meadows have been in the horse breeding game for quite some time, and it shows. These are cookie cutter babies. They're pretty headed, they're big hipped, they're clean legged, a good set of colts, and they are proud of them, as they should be, and I am super excited to show them all to you guys on Saturday. The colts are at the barn, so if you are coming in person, if you are going to be around the area Friday afternoon, please by all means come by, meet the colts, introduce yourself to Larry and Diane, and all that good stuff. We really look forward to seeing all of you. Again, my name is Bridget. I'll be bringing this to you live on Saturday. If you have any online bidding questions or just general questions about the sale, please feel free to reach out. Again, my cell is 336-904-8903. Thank you, everyone. Safe travels to those of you who are on the road and coming to see us at the sale. And we look forward to seeing all of you on Saturday.